Hi. Brigham Mosley, they, them, girl spirit, boy body, sort of a reverse Marjorie Taylor Greene. All I've ever wanted is to be beautiful. But I'm constantly, actively working against this corn-fed farm boy body. But I want to be Dolly Parton. It's like the spirit of Liberace, trapped inside the body of Liberace. And overly supportive friends are like, transition already. I'm trying. Yeah, I think I want to be beautiful so badly because I come from this family of these really beautiful, glamorous women in the land known for beauty and glamour, Duke, Oklahoma. Yeah, my Gigi is a drag queen in her own right. She's got this platinum blonde beehive, fuchsia nails filed into points, a rhinestone walker. I get my love of color from Gigi, my love of sparkly things. I get my optimism from Gigi. She loves to say about us, if we walk into a room full of horse shit, we're grabbing a shovel. Because we know there's got to be a pony in there somewhere. Fabulous. So Gigi, my mom, and her sisters, the Ledbetters, all wore these 6-inch stiletto heels in our tiny farm town of 300 people. And locals would talk about those Ledbetter women in their Ledbetter heels. And growing up in the light of my mom and my Gigi was like watching men discover the sun for the first time. And I wanted to do that. But I had to be a boy. A corn-fed, crackerjack boy. A stale saltine of a boy. And I don't know if it was the Oklahoma or the Southern Baptist or just the lack of bravery on my part, but I wouldn't share with anyone, not even my Gigi, these parts of myself. This desire to be more, to be beautiful, to be Dolly Parton in a Liberace suit. And then one day it all came to a head. I was 10 years old, and I needed new clothes. So my Gigi and I set off to the big city, or at least the nearest strip mall town with a JCPenney. And I remember being in that store and seeing another boy just like me. Same bread loaf shoes, same husky cut carpenter jeans, same oversized white t-shirt featuring some slogan about some sport I didn't know or care about. Everything about me, just a kind of oversized apology hiding behind indecision. And I remember in that moment panicking about my clothes, about my appearance. I can't be that. I can't be this. And I bolted over to my Gigi and I demanded that we leave right then because I needed to change everything about myself, which at the time meant a haircut. Now, I usually got my hair cut in Duke at a barber shop an old man owned and operated in a shed next to his house. Very Chainsaw Massacre. But we didn't know where to go in this town, this strip mall town. So Gigi drove us to the downtown square and we found a beauty salon. And there were 2 women working there, 2 black ladies. And they wore bright colors like Gigi. Gorgeous nails, perfect hair. And there was music. There was laughter. It was so different than the barber shop back home, where the only noise was the buzz of clippers, the rustle of old men turning the pages of an automotive magazine. I will never understand the appeal of a magazine about car parts. And I don't remember the haircut, but I remember it was scissors instead of clippers. Decisions instead of ubiquitous buzzing. And then at a certain point, I got overwhelmed, like I always was. I started to bite the insides of my cheeks like I always would. I started to fidget and squirm, even in this oasis of femininity. I was so uncomfortable in my own body. And then she stopped cutting my hair, and she looked through the mirror and through me, and she looked me in the eyes, and she really took me in. And she called her coworker over, and I feel like she knew she was really risking something when she said, "You're pretty. Pretty like a girl. Look at him." And they looked at me. "Isn't he pretty? He's pretty like a girl." And my insides were just flowers. But I tried to resist it. I mumbled a thank you, but she made me stay in it. And I was stuck in this chair, staring at myself while they stared at me. Pretty like a girl. And everything finally went still. That moment opened something in me. And I saw what I didn't think was possible. That I could be pretty. And from that moment on, I never went back to a barber shop. Okay? Yes, only beauty salons from then on out. These little sips of femininity that held me through until I could finally become myself. But here's the thing, they don't call boys pretty in the white salons, okay? One more reason I listen to black women. Yes. So I was home last month, visiting my family, and I hung out with Gigi every day. I tell her everything at this point. She knows I'm a drag queen. She knows I'm a trans person. She gives me her old blazers and jewelry. These were her mom's. She is 87 years old. And when I was home, she asked me, she said, "Baby, what was it like for you growing up here, being the person that you are?" And I told her, I said, "You know, Gigi, it was rough. I felt really alone and confused. But really, the biggest feeling the entire time was I just wanted to be a Ledbetter woman." And she stopped me, and she said, "Darling, you are a Ledbetter woman. A beautiful Ledbetter woman. Wish your feet weren't so dang big, or I'd give you my Ledbetter heels." I am Brigham Mosley. Thank you so much.